people? It's your boy Chick from Green's Evil Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. So I'm just adjusting stuff. This time it's Eagle Eye, the transfer rumour show, where I talk to you about rumours and news surrounding the Arsenal. I know this is a bit of a depressive day for Arsenal fans. And you can see the Chelsea fans in the chat gathering already. They smell blood because they are gassed. And rightly so. They've signed themselves a formidable striker. I know this is the Arsenal show, but I think it is worth keeping this in mind. Chelsea have agreed a deal in principle to sign Timo Werner. Yep, the player that we all thought was going to go to Liverpool has decided, actually, I'm going to go to London. And unfortunately, it's the wrong side of London if you're an Arsenal fan. For me, this would have been, sorry, I'm cold, guys. I'm old. So ignore the blanket like I'm an old man, but it is what it is. For me, I found this really personally very disappointing. You know, if you're looking at Aubameyang leaving, I would suggest most people would have been okay with Aubameyang leaving if you brought in the likes of a Timo Werner. This Chelsea are a team that's not ramping. They understand that they are probably the fourth best team in the country, but they have no ambition to stay the fourth best team in the country. They want that number one spot, and that's what ambitious clubs do. Now, it is worth keeping in mind that Chelsea haven't been able to buy players for the last couple of transfer windows. So yes, although this pandemic has hit, it's going to affect them less, isn't it? They're going to have a little more loose cash than your average team. Having said that, when you think that the fee that they agreed for Timo Werner is £53 million, you're like, really? We couldn't afford that. We couldn't afford £53 million for that caliber of a player. And in turn, naturally, this now puts pressure on Stan Kroenke and Arsenal. And what are we going to do? Over to you lot. Because we need to respond to that. Because otherwise, we're going to get left behind by, if you have any ambition of finishing in the top four, we're going to get left behind by those teams in the top four. And I think it's up to us in terms of how we respond. Sorry, I know this wasn't the lead story, but I figured this is going to be the thing that I know you lot are going to ask me a lot about. So I figured let me just address it straight up. I can already see CFC is gas in the chat room, talking that talk. Joanne, I hope you're well. Archie, I hope you're well. Deji, Omar, I hope you're well. I think from my perspective, we just need to respond in the way that we can, in the positions that we can. Yeah, it's frustrating because you don't really know what Aubameyang's doing. And Lacazette, we're trying to get him to move to Inter Milan, even though he doesn't want to move to Inter Milan. These are problems that we do have. Again, only Arsenal can have such problems. But, in positions that we can strengthen, we should strengthen. This idea that Mohamed El Nene is going to come back because he's mad with Besiktas for holding his money. Bro, if I was Arsenal, I'd say, how much are you missing? Bun that. I'll give that to you. Just make sure you agree that move to Besiktas. I'll give that to you. Don't worry about it. Just make sure you go to Besiktas. These are the little side hustles you got to do just to get these people off your books. This is what you got to do, just so that you can free up the cash in order to go and get a Timo Werner. And now we've seen a world-class player go to a club that we supposedly are competing with. I'm hearing today some nonsense. I hope so badly this is BS. And I feel like it is, but because of the Timo Werner thing, I'm extra sensitive to paying attention to dumb rumours like this. I hear that Mikel Arteta is tempted to stop any attempt at Mustafi leaving the club. I'm like, what? Why would you stop Mustafi leaving Arsenal Football Club? You get rid of someone like that. If you have any ambition, once again, of achieving that top four place, it is no coincidence that since him and Granit Xhaka have come to the club, we have subsequently fallen out of the Champions League. This is not a coincidence. This is a certain correlation you can see here. So I feel like with Arsenal, I would love to see us step up in quality. We've been linked with constantly being linked with six centre backs. I think most people are put off one for now, and that's Upamecano. But I feel like centre back, we need to do something. Thomas Partey, for me, is a no-brainer. We should be doing something. You guys know what I personally do. I'd go and get Partey, and I'd go and get someone like a Sangara, or even this Pepe Diop guy that I thought went to Watford. Doesn't look like he has gone to Watford. Pick him up. He's on a free, isn't he? Go and pick him up. Go and pick him up. He's 21 years old, 22 years old. Go and sort that side of it out. You've immediately strengthened the core. Then for me personally, I'd flog them all. I'd flog Xhaka. I'd flog Torreira. This is how you balance the books. I'd flog Guendouzi. Bun him. Flog him. Just flog them. Flog them all. Right? Go and strengthen that core of that midfield. Then maybe go and get a creative player. Go and get that Norwich midfielder that I think is so good. Or go and get Deboslai, who, given his talent, is damn near next to nothing. Go and get these people and go and start creating something. So it is what it is. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know. And I guess this kind of brings me to the lead story, and that is the person that Arsenal are being linked with. So Arsenal are not being linked with a Timo Werner. They're not being linked with any other type of world-class talent. Now Arsenal need to shop a little bit closer to home. And Arsenal are being linked with, and I'm going to butcher his name. I'm going to try and make a real effort to say his name properly. Arsenal are being linked with Brentford. Yes, Brentford attacker Said Benrahma. Benrahma, who's the 24-year-old right winger from Brentford. Yeah. I'm trying to be enthusiastic about this because actually, when I was going into this story, his stats ain't bad, to be honest. But I would expect his stats to be good because he plays in the Championship. I can't reiterate that any more than I have. He plays in the Championship. Someone asked me the other day, quite recently, would I get Calvin Phillips from Leeds? And I said, no, that is a good player. But, if you're an Arsenal, you can't be looking at Calvin Phillips to improve your fortune. You've got to be looking at quality players, Premier League talent, preferably. But otherwise, you look for high-level talent elsewhere, And Calvin Phillips is like 27 as well. Well, what are you going to do with a 27-year-old? This guy, in the summer, turns 25. In August, 10th of August, he turns 25 years old. Like, you're expecting a 25-year-old. There is no development time. There is no softcore time. You better be hitting the ground running quick. This guy's younger than Pepe. So he's older than Pepe. Look at it like that. He's older than Pepe. So I feel like, for me, I saw the story and I just shook my head. And the kid, like I said, the kid's numbers are not bad. Let me just give you some of his numbers. I'm trying to get it up as we speak. I'm not a multitasker, people. I'm not a multitasker. But his numbers are not bad. So this season, he scored 10 goals and has grabbed himself 7 assists, all in all. So it's not the worst. The 35 appearances. Excuse me. So he's been involved in 17 chances that have led to goals. Excuse me, let me do some correction. I said he's a right winger. He's actually a left winger. He plays his best football on the left. Can play on the right. Plays his best football on the left-hand side. So he's got similar stats to Saka. And Saka is what? Saka's what? 6 years younger? So unless have we bought him for a Saka replacement? I don't get it. But the kid, like I said, the kid has talent. You know, he's an excellent dribbler. He's very good at whipping the ball across danger areas, which is why he picks up a lot of assists. He can take corners. He's a pretty good corner taker. Good free kick taker. Has a decent shot on him. And it's just a passer. He likes passing balls through the lines. A lot of his talent may be, I mean, other than the fact that he's a pretty good crosser, to be honest, he's not a bad number 10, potentially. I know he only plays on the wings, but you could, if he was a couple of years younger, maybe you could convert him. I'm trying to look for some kind of encouragement as to why we should sign this guy. All I would say is, for me, I think the kid is a good player, but I don't think the kid is good enough for Arsenal. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I feel like we should be looking, first of all, not at a freaking winger. We should be looking at something centrally to improve our core. I don't care if it is a defensive midfielder, a central midfielder, heck, even a number 9 if we're trying to flog Lacazette. The core is what we should be focused on, not going and get a winger. Not to mention that they value this kid at 35 million. Ain't nobody crazy enough to pay 35 million for a championship level player. I'm sorry. I don't care if he's good. 35 million. And in any case, Chelsea are on this one. Chelsea are on this one because it seems like Arsenal have a target, Chelsea go and do it. That's basically what happens. Because just as Arsenal start looking at this guy, apparently Chelsea have already made contact with him and his agent. This is one I don't mind losing out to Chelsea for. I think for me, if they've got money to burn and they're prepared to spend 35 million on this kid, good luck to them. To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense because they just bought Ziyech. So why would you bring Ziyech in and then go for this kid? But then, like I say, this kid plays on the left-hand side. So maybe in general, they're trying to improve their wingers and allow that American kid to shine more as a number 10. I don't know. I don't know the way Chelsea are set up, to be fair. So I don't know. Ask Carefree CFC for that. But yeah, I think from Arsenal's point of view, it's very disappointing that we can't seem to secure a signing. Sorry, we have secured a signing, haven't we? George Lewis. I forgot about that. Oh, Arsenal, look at that. Anyway, another player who's been linked with a move away from Arsenal, believe it or not, is Kieran Tierney. The Sun are going hard on this one. That Leicester, and I know George, you'll be gassed to hear this one. Leicester are supposedly are all over Arsenal for Kieran Tierney. Obviously, Brendan Rodgers and Kieran Tierney used to work together at Celtic. They are supposedly on the verge of losing Ben Chilwell to Chelsea because Chelsea, I tell you, are at the root of all of our transfer problems at the moment. And they believe that if they buy Chilwell, that Leicester will come knocking for Kieran Tierney. If I'm Arsenal, I tell Leicester to suck the left and the right nut. What are you talking about? After the amount of time that we spent going for Kieran Tierney, you want to come and get Kieran Tierney? To me, that don't make no sense. I can see Leicester going for Tagliafico. He wants to go. He wants to leave Ajax anyway. I'm sure he would imagine a bigger club than Leicester for himself. But heck, Leicester won the league more recently than we have. They play in the Premier League. I don't think that would be a bad move for Tagliafico. But yeah, for me, I mean, and Kieran doesn't seem like the type to kick up a massive fuss. So I feel like just tell him to suck the left and move on, in my opinion. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave the comments down below. Quickly, let me talk about one other person that we are being linked with. I hope you guys are well. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bear with me. Excuse me. Hold on one sec. Let me just get that story up. Sorry. Sorry, guys. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Fraud Raul out. I could see you guys are fuming already. Okay. So Arsenal plan to offer £120,000 per week for Willian. Yeah, supposedly Arsenal are still chasing Willian from Chelsea. You mean the same team not, are clearly showing their levels above us because we're trying to get their leftovers. Well, we're trying to offer him £120,000 a week, which I believe is what he's on at Chelsea at the moment. I know that the whole reason that he doesn't want to stay at Chelsea is that Chelsea only prepared to offer a year on the, I think, reduced terms or similar terms. He's looking for same terms for 3 years, which, quite frankly, is kind of ridiculous, given that you're 33. So if Arsenal are dumb enough to give him a 3-year contract, we deserve everything. We deserve, honestly, we deserve all our failures. 3 years for Willian. You've got to be joking. But it is what it is. That's supposedly what we're chasing. So yeah, it's very interesting because every time he's been linked with a move to Spurs, he seems to distance himself from it. But every time he's linked with a move to Arsenal, I do believe Arsenal is his preferred destination. You guys know I like Willian, but I don't like the idea that we're trying to push to get this guy on. I don't like the idea that we're constantly chasing these old guys. It's like we've become a retirement home for these old guys. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't care if he wants to finish. So go let him go to West Ham if he wants to finish his career in London. Why do we have to be the spot? Even West Ham are not taking other teams' leftovers, but Arsenal must. Arsenal must do this apparently. Anyway, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. Oh, excuse me. We are being linked with a striker though. Napoli striker Adarek Adarusak. Oh my gosh. Actually don't think I was that far away. Milik, which is the Polish striker from Napoli. He's been obviously linked with a move for us probably for the last 3 to 4 weeks. I know that you guys aren't keen on him. You guys think he's overrated. Stats are pretty good, to be fair. And I think he's only like 24 years old, something like that. No Timo Werner, don't get it twisted. Um, but so the original quote was that if we wanted him, we'd need to pay 45 million for him. Well, there is a belief that coming from the scum that is claiming that Arsenal may be able to land him now for less than that fee. So basically, as long as that team is not an Italian side, then there is no need necessarily to pay that extreme fee or that £45 million fee. So that's good. That is positive. What do you guys think? Let me know. Do you guys still not rate him? Let me know. Leave in the comments below. I'm seeing you guys comments about Willian when we have Nelson. I agree with you. And I don't even rate Nelson that highly. But I would rather try and develop him than go for old man Willian. Don't make no sense. Anyway, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think. 2 secs. Just Ali McCoy saying that Arsenal should go and get what's his name? Usman Edward. What is the story I saw? I saw another story. I can't remember where it is now. Okay, yeah. So Arsenal typically, so Chelsea have ended their interest in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now they've secured Timo Werner. How depressing is that? Don't get me wrong. Great that they're no longer interested in Aubameyang. But that's only because they've got themselves potentially a better player. Uh, Gosh, Arsenal, I hope you know what you're doing, man. Because I'm seeing us. I'm seeing. I'm just not seeing us keeping up with these guys. I'm really not. But who knows? Maybe he might flop for Chelsea. I doubt it. But maybe he might flop for Chelsea. Who knows? All right. Let me talk about two more stories I did put um, on my community posts. I just saw something about Coutinho. I can't be asked to go into the Coutinho stuff again. But I'll talk about what is on my community post. Please do stick a like on this video, hit that subscribe button. We're going to the chat room. We're going to do 10 minutes of question and answer time. And then I'm out. I need to go and get some dinner. So here we go. Okay, so Arsenal are still interested in Sporting Lisbon winner Joelson Fernandes. From Sporting Lisbon, he's 17 years old. Obviously, he's showing bundles of talent. Anyone who knows about Sporting Lisbon knows they produce attacking talent like nothing. Keep in mind, I think Ronaldo came from there. What's his name? Nani came from there. Like a bunch of talent usually tends to come from Sporting Lisbon. In fact, for a while, United had a good 5 or 6 year spell where they were just picking up talent from Sporting Lisbon. So it's not unusual for them to do it. Arsenal have just decided to take a peek, but I think already they probably moved too late for the 17-year-old because believe it or not, he's being valued at £40 million. He currently has 2 years left on his Sporting Lisbon contract. In fact, Lisbon are a little bit concerned that somebody might actually pay that £40 million, and unsurprisingly, they're trying to get him to agree to a new deal so they can raise his release clause. Obviously, his release clause at the moment is 40 mil, and they want to tie him to a new 5-year deal. From my perspective, I think from the little glimpses I've seen the kid, I could see talent, but to pay 40 million for a 17-year-old is absolutely balmy. I don't care how much money you have. And I think the kid has something about him that I like, but 40 million, no. I'd rather go back in 2 years' time. Let's just say if he's that keen on leaving, go back in 2 years' time and then go and agree a pre-contract deal with him. You'll be 19 and he would have had 2 more years of experience where he's nurtured that talent and has grounded that talent a little bit more. That's what I personally do. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Okay, I actually think those are the two. I think that Brentford winger was the other story. Just want to see if there's anything else that I'm missing. Don't think so. It is what it is, I guess. Hold on. Championship striker. Arsenal told to pay 40 million for a winger. Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. Let me go into the chat room and see what you lot are saying. Do stick a like on this video. Some news, some church news. I've recorded a couple of chick flicks today. Those will drop tomorrow. So make sure you keep an eye out on that. Chick flicks is the link in the description below. Movie review channel. So make sure you check that out. I've recorded or the other half recorded a gold level membership of Cooking with Chig. There's a bit of a surprise in there. I'm going to be putting that on the gold level membership tomorrow lunchtime. So make sure you look out for that. The chopping block is back. There's going to be a slight new thing to the chopping block, which I hope you like. And that'll be dropping on Sunday. For the silver members, that'll be dropping 24 hours before. For the gold members, that'll be dropping 48 hours before. I'll be dropping on Friday, tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think that is pretty much it. Oh, and the combat show. The combat show, as per usual, will be tomorrow at 9:30. Make sure you don't miss that. Me, Ola, will be discussing MMA stuff, including Dillian White and Francis Ngannou's weird press conferencey thing that now isn't live. And as also UFC 250 will be doing a preview for that. I think that is pretty much it. So let me go into the chat and see what you lot are saying. Okay. Because see, most people are very much talking about the Chelsea thing. How can you not? To be fair, how can you not? I'd take Uber for free next year. I bet you would, Georgia. I bet you would. What do you think about Spurs' government loan? Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. Oh, Spurs. It is what it is. Like, honestly, it is what it is. I'm not even surprised anymore. It is what it is. I think Spurs just decided, you know what? Forget public image. Let's just go for it. We need this money. So let's go for it. And they've just done it. The one thing I will say, to be fair to Spurs, and I'm going to take a slightly different take to people, don't think that these owners are not taking loans out in order to finance transfer spending. Now, I would hope that if Spurs are taking a loan out, it's not to finance transfer spending. You would hope they are trying to do it to save jobs because that is public money. But at the same time, I will say that owners are taking loans out. Like I heard something along the lines of United owners are taking out a £200 million loan to finance their literally just for transfer moves this summer. In addition to what's their names? Not Liverpool. No, not City. The team I can't remember. Team abroad. They've basically there are lots of teams that are taking out loans in order to finance their moves. I heard some time ago that the Cronkays were planning to not allow this pandemic to affect their plans moving forward. And I initially defended them, which surprised even me, I must admit, where I was kind of like, all right, well, this is a pandemic that is affecting everybody. If they are able to step in and help, then I trust them to do that. And to be fair to them, the season ain't done. So let's see what happens. It is what it is. They are losing out on gates as well because fans aren't there. Speaking of which, I know that they are hoping that fans return back to football as early as September. I'll be shocked if fans are at football by September. I guess there's no harm being ambitious, but that's what they're hoping. They need their gates back, so you can understand why they're pushing for that. And obviously, it's up to the clubs to make sure it's safe and people are able to return back to those stadiums if necessary. It might just be a case that, and particularly for Arsenal, where just gold members are allowed back, or just gold and silver members are allowed back, in order to make sure that there is some healthy, you know, healthy seating around, that people are not, there's a healthy social distancing. That was the phrase that was missing out on my vocab. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. It is what it is. But yeah, I suppose hopefully that answers your question a little bit. Watching this and Mark Goldbridge, and he's pissed bigging up Chelsea getting Werner. You have to. You have to. I'm a little surprised United weren't able to make moves. I'm a little surprised United weren't able to do it. United should have been able to be in a position where they they pushed to get Werner, but they didn't. We were all caught slipping, and for a player like that, you've got to move quickly. You've got to be decisive and quick. And from his perspective, maybe he was just impressed at how quick and decisive Chelsea were. So yeah, fair play to them. I can't even hate on them. They've done very well, very well. Quite the coup. This club is a shambles. Chig ops on from the Bank of England. I said it. I said it. I said it. Uh, no one is unflappable. Chig, what's your favorite Oliver Stone film? You asked me this yesterday. What's it with you and Oliver Stone? Um, Werner will flop. You guys will regret not signing Uber. I was talking big. I don't know about all that, brother. On about all that. Might as well get relegated. Gosh damn, you guys. Nobody's feeling optimistic. Nobody. Mark my words. Made me laugh how Pip says. Okay, this is from Dominic. Made me laugh how clubs say that they won't spend big because of the pandemic. No cash bullshit. Arsenal won't spend F all. How serious are they? They would have paid parties release clause by now. I will say this, just to offer some balance. The season is not done. Yeah, in normal circumstances, the season would be done, and this would be a normal time to start buying players. The season is not done. So, I will say that, to be fair. And everything I'm hearing so far, no matter what people are saying, Party is still keen to come to Arsenal. And that has been the case for the last 6 to 7 weeks. So that much at least is positive. Where we go from here is another question, because Arsenal aren't like that. I hark back to Ziyech. Ziyech said on tape, Arsenal is a dream move. Don't know why, but he said it. Arsenal, instead of reacting to that, went and bought another winger. And Sod's Law says Ziyech is going to be the one to kill it before Pepe does. And I still have faith in Pepe, but let's just be honest here. Another new member. Who's my new member? Big up, Sergio. You did say you were joining. You did say you were joining. Thank you, my guy. Sergio has become a new member. Big up to Sergio. I hope you're well, my guy. My favorite Mexican. My favorite Mexican American, I should say, as I always call him. And you guys can also join as well. Just hit that join button. I've got 2 levels so far. Gold member, silver member. Gold member, you get everything from vlogs to cooking with chicks to all my pre-recorded videos you get early. Silver members, you get my videos early as well. Not as early as the gold member, but you get it early. And you also get your stickers, and you get, I think that's one other thing you get as well, and it's escaped my head. But the silver members, listen, I've got you. If it's not working, I'll just remove that level completely. Just make it a nice, simple one level thing. Yeah, chick, Party's keen, but we're not. No, I disagree. I think Party is keen, Arteta is keen, we're keen, but I don't think the board are. The board don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay that. They don't want to pay 45 million because they're too small thinking when it comes to this. They're not looking at the bigger picture of the impact that Partey could have on the team. Um, Chick, can you shout out my guy, Eleva Galera? Eleva, see, why would you give me a name I'm not going to butcher and he's going to look at this and think, this motherfucker can't even say my name. All right. Eleva Gala Gaga. Oh my goodness. Gala Ga. Galaga. Why did I struggle to say that surname? Galaga. Oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry, Eleva. I am not usually as dumb, I promise. So I hope you're well. I hope you're watching this. I hope you're enjoying yourself. My dog has decided to join me for this. Say hello, people. Say hello. Ah, don't worry, guys. Third game's a charm. Frankie de Jong said he wanted to go to Arsenal, then Barcelona. Ziyech as well, so I think we'll get past it. That's some interesting logic, because by that logic, Partey will probably end up at Tottenham. Remember, they're after him. They are after him. You remember my update from yesterday? Chick, there's no point caring now. for Arsenal if the club doesn't care. It's this is the thing. I can understand why you would say that. I can understand why you would say that. Um, for me, I feel like it's difficult to not care about the club, but at the same time, when the club are on some madness, and just for me, the biggest frustration about it being an Arsenal fan, in all honesty, is watching what other teams do. So a good example is Chelsea have just signed one of the best strikers in the world. Arsenal, meanwhile, have signed a player that probably won't see the first team for another 3 years. There are levels to this thing. And that's if he sees the first team at all. You know? Um, Another Gallagher. Don't say it, chick. I know I butchered it. I know I did. My man, and Sergio does it on purpose. Sergio does it on purpose. He knows I'm going to butcher his name. He knows I am Floyd Mayweather when it comes to reading names. I can read every other thing apart from when it comes to a name. Because I always feel like, for some reason, I must put an accent on it. And then I'm so concerned with putting an accent on it, I forget to actually read the word that's in front of it. Chick, what would you say has been Arsenal's best game this season? Don't know. Probably United. Probably United at home. Yeah, I would say that's probably Arsenal's best game this season. Love that talk. Really getting some love on the channel. Don't worry, I got George Lewis. TD Shifts in the house. Big up TD Shifts. Maximus, I hope you're well, brother. Been a minute since I've seen you. I hope you're good. Oi, oi, oi. That's dodgy. Uh, Chig, we should sign Jose Maria Gomez from Atletico. He's a quality centre back. Okay, don't know anything about him. I'll keep an eye on him though. Here comes Lee viewers from his live stream. Oh, is he on live? I didn't even know he was on live, mate. Didn't even know. Batshuayi scored a goal to win the Premier League, so that must mean he's the best striker in the world. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I think it all depends on how players settle into the team and the importance of the goals that they settle in the team too. So yeah, I hear what you're saying in that regard. Uh, Carefree CFC loves you. Many known anyone so obsessed with someone on YouTube. He says he has a life. I don't know who you're talking about, Jibs, but that does sound interesting. uh, Georgie, here's the problem, right? You always ask me questions about anything else other than what I'm talking about. I have channels dedicated to UFC, to movies. But for some reason, you don't wait for those. You ask me here. I don't get it. I never understand why you do that. Chid, do you rate Ramonoli? Yes, I do. Like him a lot. Do I think we'd get him? Hell no. Are you talking about Dante? Oh, okay. Oh gosh, you guys. That's another one I noticed you're beefing with Dante. What's going on now? Before it was Nimsy, now Dante's got that heat. Um, hey chick, when is the link up? Whenever you're ready, brother. I ain't going to Oz. I ain't going to Oz. You need to come here. Come to England. Come to cold England. Jibs is my Jibs is my biggest fan. He thinks that Werner is the best striker in the world. King Chig needs a crown. Taib, I do need a crown. Thank you. Don't know where my actual crowd is. Mean on stream. Soon come, brother. Soon come. I'm doing streams with members. So if you want to become a member, that's one of the features of the membership. Doing streams with members. So do sign to the gold membership. Support the channel first and foremost. But secondly, that is one of the things I plan to do a stream. What I'm going to do basically for those people who are wondering is I'll do a stream with members for you lot. So it'll be open to the public, but the only people eligible that for me to do a stream with will be people who are members. For some reason, the dog is waiting until now that I'm live. She wants to play with me. So excuse me while I multitask and do that. Yeah, Archie, tell them, man. I don't know why they're arguing for. I'll go there and see you. Do you see Arsenal finishing in the top 4 next season, Jim? No, not as things stand, Samuel. No, I don't. I don't. Bertrand, I promise you, you're number one before I even come to Lee. Before I even come to Lee, you're number one FIFA whooping priority. I promise. Next week, I'm on that thing. I'm on that thing next week. Big sell. It's not that deep. Chelsea aren't winning a title anytime soon. What? But why though? See, big sell. I bet you would have said that when they finished 10th. When Chelsea have the infrastructure in place to do this, we don't. That's a lot of our problem. The only thing that I think that you may be right is I'm not sure that Frank Lampard has the experience to be a championship winning team. Sorry, I don't. Why she decided the noisiest toy right now that I'm recording is appropriate, I will never know. So yeah. Chig, if Wenger and Gazidis were cab drivers, which cab would you get into? I wouldn't trust Gazidis to get me there. And Wenger, I'd have to hear some philosophy bullshit before I actually get to my destination. So I'd rather walk. All right, I've done some OT today. 2 more minutes and I'm out. Well, sorry, 3 more minutes and I'm out of it. 3 more minutes. You lot need to stop arguing in the chat. I must admit, like you lot have been doing this for a minute now. Whether it's you guys arguing with Omar for some weird reason, or Dante, or Nimsy, or there's always some kind of beef. It's like you guys could come to the chat room for beef. Like, just talk about what I'm talking about. Have discussions. That's what the chat is supposed to be there for. I like to be quite laid back in the chat, but you lot need to be easy. Be easy. Ali Raza. So, is it me or am I hearing it wrong? Sorry, is it me? So, is it me or am I hearing it wrong? First of all, Arsenal are after a third division Norwegian player, then an Iranian player. Notice I never reported on this Iranian player. I think it's BS. I think it's BS, and that's why I didn't even decide to report on it. Then we're after an Iranian player who's not good enough for Zenit, and now we want a championship player. Yeah, pretty much. There's levels to this thing, bro. Chelsea are trying to win a league. Arsenal, I don't know. They're trying to find a dynamic way of finishing fourth, I guess. I don't get it. The dog's name is Luna. Luna. She has got a grip on it, I'll tell you. Yeah, I know that was your teeth there, but you probably regret that. right, come on, guys. Gabrielle, who the F is that? What kind of dog? It's a spaniel crossed with a. Oh, where's the other half of Nina? Spaniel crossed with a. Oh my gosh, brain's gone. It's her dog. I've inherited it. Hence why I don't know. It's a spaniel crossed with something. I always forget that something. But she's quick. She is quick. Trust me on that one. Sorry, Chig, but the guy who shall not be named just ruined the chat with delusional talk when that person's not here. The chat room is sound. All right, Jibs. You're my guy. I do quite like Dante as well. So don't be friends, but just allow the beef. Allow the beef. A spaniel crossed with Lee Gunner is your dog. I don't know how. Nimsy used to be like somewhat witty with his jokes. And how does that make sense? Who do you think is a better singer, Tune? Beyonce or Rihanna? Beyonce is a better singer. Who's better looking? And that's a lot closer. I still say Beyonce, but that's a lot closer. Uh, all right, guys. 4 more minutes. We'll finish dead on 9. Yeah, dead on 9. So quick things. No arguments. No. Oh my gosh. Omar said this. Deontay said this. Jib said this. Ask me some quick questions. Quick 5 questions, and I'm out of it. How old is the dog? 3. She's 3 years old. Spaniel crossed with a Springer. There you go. That's the answer to your question. I remembered now. Spaniel crossed with a Springer. Um, Thoughts on Spurs taking out online? This was asked to me earlier. I don't really have any thoughts. Like, is anyone surprised? Kind of is what it is. They should know better. They are a Premier League team, so you would think and you would hope they would know better. Especially because they are a business, and like any business at the moment, they should be able to create a back also or apply for a bank loan if they need it to fund something. But behave. You should be able to get that anyway. It's not even that tall. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Shut up. Come here. Down. Um, no, no, Nimsy, it's not. She likes winding other dogs up and then running. That's what she does. Um, do you think we could beat City? Hell no. But do I think we could potentially draw with them? I don't think it's impossible, for the simple reason that they might start slow. They might start slow. Rocker or Sangara? Sangara all day long. For me, I like Rocker's passing range. He seems like a much better version of Granit Xhaka. Um, but for me, Sangara is the guy. McManus, I hope you're well, my guy. Just come, just as I'm leaving. Just as I'm about to leave. Your dog is better looking than my city chuck. It's a good looking. It's a good looking dog. It is a good looking dog. Said that to my other half as well. It might have been in dumb as fuck, but I won't say that in front of my other half, or she'll kill me. Like right now, she's moaning because the thing that she was squeezing is stuck, and it's literally 2 foot tall. If she thought about it, she could get it. But for some reason, she won't bother reaching for it. Says she's barking for someone else to go and get it for her. No. Sorry, was just doing an Only Fools quiz online. Oh, damn it. I would have been good at that. All right. Final question from Ali Raza. Martin Keown wants Wenger as chairman to control the club and therefore screwing them over once again. Keown doesn't want these players to be successful as him. For some reason, I think she's about to figure it out. Oh, no, she's not. For some reason, Keown, I loved him as a player. As a pundit, I can't take him seriously. It is what it is with Keown. Sorry, the dog's cracking me up. It is what it is with Keown. I just don't get this obsession with Wenger has to come back to the club. For me, the one thing that I will give him a modicum of credit for is, unlike saying Alex Ferguson, he's left the club alone. Just leave the club alone, especially if a manager is to succeed. They're not going to succeed with you hanging over their neck. And, he's come out as recently as 2 weeks ago and says, listen, he has no interest in ever coming back to the club. He's never been back to the stadium since he left. And he just wants to be an Arsenal fan from distance. You know what? I respect that. I do respect that. Because he clearly understands it would be a massive problem if he was there. And I give him that much credit, at least, for recognizing that. Because he has to leave the club alone. He has to. If we have any chance of moving forward, he has to leave that club alone. Him being chairman, so what? What exactly are people expecting? Yeah, Samuel, I'm with you. I don't take him seriously either. All right, guys, one more question. We're in the question bit. One more. One more and I'm out. One more and I'm out. Where's your ball? You lost it now. You lost it. Oh. All right. Do you see the Kroenkes selling up in the next 5 years? Ben, come on now. You know better. Hell no is the question. Hell no. I don't see him selling up in the next 5 years. I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be a wrap from here. It is what it is. All right, guys. I am out of it. And yes, Jahid, I would take the sassy. I'm out of it. Please do stick a like on this video. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Please join, as Sergio, Ben, and many, many others have. I say many, many others. At least quite a few of you. Considering I opened it last week, not done too badly. Keep those numbers growing. A new video will drop on the member stream tomorrow. So do that. When I'm I'm thinking maybe sometime on Saturday, I may do my first member stream. Whew. I don't normally do a show on a Saturday, but I may do one on Saturday. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. Because normally my Saturday is usually reserved for Chip Flicks. But yeah, and also, Georgie, just for you, on Chick Flicks, I will dedicate this time and letting you know what I think about Oliver Stone films, what my favorite Oliver Stone films, and ask a question why you're so obsessed with Oliver Stone. Just for you. I'll do that on one of my Chick Flick reviews. All right, I'm out of here. Make sure you catch us tomorrow in the Combat Show at 9 o'clock. Link is in the description below. I'm back on this channel at 7 tomorrow, 7 p.m. tomorrow, usual time. So make sure you check that out. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I'm going to leave you guys to your Thursday evening. Take care, my people, and